Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd, I guess. Yep. And this is the aftermath of Sneauxmageddon. The snow stopped around 6 o'clock last night, and the temperature dropped as low as 17 degrees Fahrenheit overnight, at least around this area. I've heard that in other places like Lafayette, it was down in the single digits. So we're left with a mess. As you can see, this is Terry Parkway. We're in Terrytown, which is a suburb of New Orleans. And as you can see, they've kind of cut a path right down the middle of the road here. And it's not too bad. There's hardly anyone on the road. And honestly, I was just going to blow off doing another vlog today, but I had to go to one of my properties to deal with an emergency. People are dealing with frozen pipes, and we took absolutely every precaution, but there was one thing we forgot to do. So I'm having to deal with that, and I think a lot of people are going to be having that problem. Plumbers are going to be very busy. But so this is what it looks like after. I think we wound up getting about, well, with a tape measure in the middle of my yard, I measured 11 inches. Now it's shrinking away. The temperature's just barely gotten above freezing. In fact, I think it's still below freezing. And the ice or the snow is either melting on the pavement, the concrete, or it's shrinking, or maybe it's just turning into solid ice. But I noticed, like, the sidewalks, at least around my house, there was no ice, or no snow. It was pretty well melted. And but there was no real water. I mean, I'm seeing water here in the street from where the and I guess that's just from vehicles traveling over it, heated up and melted. But there was no water anywhere around the house, just snow shrinking away where the pavement is. Because last night you couldn't tell where the grass stopped and the sidewalk started. It was just, flat. Now, I did get the car sufficiently defrosted this morning. Last night I went outside around 10 o'clock with a whisk broom and brushed all of the snow off of the car. And so this morning, fortunately, and I guess this is the benefit of being married to somebody that used to live in North Dakota, we had an ice scraper. So all I had to do was hit the windshield and in the back window with the ice scraper this morning. And then I took that same whisk broom and just brushed the rest of the ice and snow off of the car. So my car was the only car in the neighborhood that wasn't completely buried in snow. But they still have a lot of roads closed. I haven't heard whether they've reopened the Crescent City connection, but I know all, other than what they were doing yesterday, they had one lane of traffic on each bridge. And they had sanded and salted those lanes, and eventually it got too bad and they had to close them. But the elevated West Bank Expressway, US 90B, is still closed. And I'm assuming US 90B between the Superdome and the Crescent City connection is also still closed. Interstates 310 and 510 on the outskirts of the city are both closed. And I guess it's because they're mostly elevated. So there's no traveling any great distances, especially if you got to cross the river or any major canal. It's just not going to happen. That guy there in that F-150 is in a big hurry. He came up behind me, probably going 40 miles an hour. And he couldn't get around me because I was driving right down the middle and they had a car backing out. You can't be driving like that. even if you're in your oversized brodozer. Yesterday, the one, I didn't get this on camera, unfortunately, but the one vehicle that I saw that was in trouble and stuck was a Jeep. You know, like a Jeep Wrangler, not a Liberty or one of those little piece of crap SUVs. It was an actual, I don't know what they call it now. They used to call them Jeep Wranglers, but it had got himself into a slippery spot, and even with the four-wheel drive, he was having a real hard time getting going. Here's a guy brushing all the ice off his car. It looks like he's doing it right. Another thing people do is they get in a car with 2 feet of snow on the roof, clear off the windshield and drive, and they get up to 30 miles an hour and it all comes flying off. See a lot of people left their windshield wipers sticking out. I didn't do that, but the windshield wipers weren't stuck. Now yesterday, in the second half of my vlog, the windshield had ice on the right-hand side of it, which was really obscuring the camera, and that was because when I stopped, that was when it really started snowing, and when I started back up again, I didn't clear it off, and the wipers just couldn't clear it. I thought I'd ruined the right wiper blade, but it's working perfectly this morning, so. But I'm glad that I got the windshield clear. This is definitely an unusual sight in Terrytown. I grew up in Terrytown and never saw anything like this. Now you see this guy in the Chevrolet here. He should have cleared all that stuff off of his truck before he started driving. And it seems like that would be common sense, even if you don't deal with this on a regular basis. But everything still appears to be closed, and I guess for good reason. Whoop, anti-lock brakes. Whoop, and I'm spinning. Yeah, the roads are very slick. And what it is from people driving over the snow, they just compact the snow into solid ice. And driving around in it is fine, as long as you keep it under 10-15 miles an hour. And that's, you know, I haven't gone over, actually I'm going 15 right now. That's the fastest I've gone. I'm not going to take the risk of anything getting in front of me that I can't stop for. Got a lot of people out on foot too. The Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office is out cruising around, and I'm sure Gretna's going to have the same thing. Yeah, I'm reading 28 degrees on the thermometer here, so it's really not above freezing, at least not according to this car. I didn't notice what the Weather Channel said before I left. I never thought I would say this, is I feel safer in the car right now than I would if I was on foot. Because just trying to walk down off the front porch this morning, I stepped in some ice, and you know, fortunately I was going step by step, planting my feet. But if I would have tried to walk normally, I'm sure that my feet would have just gone right out from under me. So we're in the city of Gretna now. This is Stump Boulevard. Stump Boulevard at the intersection of Gretna Boulevard. Nobody out on the road. Home Depot is closed. Rooms to Go is closed. Kind of surprised that Home Depot wouldn't try to open just to be able to sell plumbing parts. But I guess, you know, the problem with people that have frozen pipes right now is until those pipes thaw, which means the temperature's got to get above freezing and stay that way for a little while, plumbers can't do anything to repair the pipes. They may not even be able to tell where the pipes have split until after the thaw. So if your pipes are frozen and no water's coming out the faucets, you got to go turn your main valve where it comes into the building. You got to go shut that off. And that way, when the pipes do thaw, you don't end up with a flood. Now, this light's been red way too long. I wonder if it's vehicle sensors and they're just not working, because the other light hasn't turned yellow yet. It's like Walgreens is closed. I'm hoping the neighborhood Walmart will be open, because I still haven't gotten what I needed to pick up yesterday. And I really, really need some Kleenex, because I've been through 4 boxes of Kleenex in the last few days. This light isn't changing. I can't even tell where the turn lanes are here. See if this one's gonna work. Yep, this one turned green. I know I was right over the little loop underground on that one, or at least I think I was. This is 3 lanes of service road here. As you can see, the on-ramp to the elevated expressway is barricaded. I think I'm between, no, I see the lane lines. I'm in the right lane. It's like everything at West Side Shopping Center is closed. There's another one driving around, passing everybody up, got 2 feet of snow on the roof of the vehicle. But they're in a Cadillac, so I guess they're special. Yeah, but that Cadillac just cruised right through the red light. So yeah, we're coming up on the Walmart neighborhood market here. That's where I'm going. Oh, and the car is making some strange sounds. I guess I'm just driving through ice. I hope I'm not dragging a bumper or something. This Hyundai's known for the bumpers just falling off of it. So Walmart has the price signs for the gas station lit up, but no, the store is actually closed. The gas pumps might be working with pay at the pump. don't know, there's not too many tire tracks in and out of there. Oh well. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Post a comment below. Tell us about your experiences with this snowstorm and other snowstorms. And make sure and share and follow us on social media. And join us for our next 504 road trip.